first problem is when people say they can't understand how all this is going on, they could never believe it. The black community has always believed it because we've lived it and witnessed it.
I get it.
If people stop romanticizing America's past, we can clearly see the future.
Yep.
For instance, people forget that, or I don't know if people even are aware of what was called the Bonus Army in 1932, where Hoover attacked veterans protesting outside of the White House.
Yeah, Douglas MacArthur led the charge on the back of a horse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Him and Patton.
Yep.
And so we've always had a hatred for the non-rich, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, and we call these people billionaires. Back then they called them robber barons. So we need to get back to labeling and shaming, you know, and stop being so respectful to these people.
I'm with you.
That's
why I call them the morbidly rich, Kevin.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of billionaires or whatever, the majority of them did not earn that type of money legally.
Well, half of the billionaires in America basically inherited their wealth.
Right. Definitely. And as far as the Democrats go that are not helping to stop this, it's because neoliberalism is just the other side of a Republican coin.
Yep.
You know, if we don't, there's two things I think we can do. One is definitely trying to get rid of Citizens United. And secondly, we need to increase the size of representation in Congress. There's no constitutional limit on the size of Congress. And what's happened is, as our population has grown, these people have taken more and more power in office because they're representing larger and larger amounts of people, which makes them less accountable. Yeah,
you're right, Kevin.
So,
now, there's no constitutional limit, but there is a legislative limit. It was put into place back, in the 50s or 60s, as I recall?
In the 50s,
yeah,
exactly,
thank you.
In the 50s. And they can go and change that limit,
Sure.
but we have to get the right people in there to do that.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's all I had.
Well, that's a good one, Kevin. I completely agree. And in fact, I think that I think your point that, in particular, the one that really resonated for me, Kevin, was your point that black people have been seeing this forever, and white people are just so wrapped up in their idealism and their blindness about America. I'm struggling with how to communicate that to white people. Do you have any suggestions?
Well, I can say is tell the truth, right? It's like the gospel. The gospel is the truth. And so, you know, it's just, no one said it would be easy, but when we go to school, we learn through rote and repetition, right? And so it's just having that same idea and same truth echoed again and again and again. Now, you will have those that refuse to believe it,